cover 2.5 miles of downtown San Antonio. This ride will take approximately 35 minutes. We will be arriving back in 35 minutes in front of the Hilton at our ticket station called Historia. What does Historia mean? It means history. Are you guys ready for a historical tour? We're going to go in history at least 150 million years. Wait a minute. That far back? I don't mind. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting started here on our tour. I'd like to introduce my name is Ricardo, bienvenido. Or should I say bienvenido? Or Willkommen. You know, in Hindu, I found out that if you put your hands like this, you say namaste. Namaste. Bienvenidos, everyone. Let's get started. I'd like to begin with some simple rules, just so we can all stay safe, okay? Let's stay safe and in one piece. If you're wondering, can I get hurt on this 35-minute ride? Absolutely. If you want to get hurt, bring your arms out far enough so you can get hurt, okay? If that's what you want. If you want to avoid that, keep your arms on the wooden railing or inside the boat at all times. No smoking or vaping at any time of the tour. If you have to stand up, be careful with the privet.
So nice.
How many?
They're gonna have the Thanksgiving parade at 4. We might finish this cruise and then go for the parade. And I've been here before, but I never really took the river cruise.
How deep is this water? Is it a natural river? Is it man-made? I wonder if Ricardo is single. I am. Well, I'm going to answer all these questions throughout the ride. Hey, this river is 3 to 4 feet deep with a mud bottom, and it's natural. This river is not man-made, no added sugar or preservatives. The San Antonio River has been flowing out of the Edwards Aquifer
My
and
God,
into the Gulf of
it's not
Mexico
man-made.
for 10,000 years. That's right. The water that we are on right now, in about 8 to 10 days, should be in the ocean. This is a real river. How deep
my
is
God.
it? 3, maybe 4 feet deep. And about 600 people fall in the water every year, usually during the hot summer months. Hey guys, take a look here on the right-hand side. You'll never guess what this is back here. Behind the people, you have a church.
So it's not so deep, and it's natural river.
All right, that's not a church. I'm just checking on you. See who's paying attention. Not a church. That's the biggest margarita tank in Texas.
Oh,
Now you believe me? All right. Hey, let's look back here, guys. This is the Hilton Palacio del Rio. Let me say that in German. The Hilton Palacio del Rio. I can say it in many different languages if you need me to. It can be found in the Guinness Books of Records. Why? Well, they built it very quickly. On April 6, 1968, it was front page news in every major city around the world. The fastest hotel, Hilton Palacio del Rio, built in a record speed of 202 working days by the company of H.B. Zachary. And it set records. You know what's amazing?
Today is
about
Black
the
Friday,
building?
day after
Well,
Thanksgiving,
it's
and
21
we are
stories
here
high,
in San
500 homes,
Antonio,
but the rooms were
just
built 7
enjoying the
miles away
river
from here.
cruise.
7 miles away from here. All 500 homes went to 3 separate semis. As the rooms moved along slowly, they were being furnished with everything in them. Everything in them. ¿Esta es la misma o ya llevas otra? Ya otra y siga con otra. Yeah, he might be swimming in the river before the day is over. That's like his 6th beer. And they're the tall ones. Okay, now here on the right-hand side, here we have a stage. Above the stage, we have 5 bells. You could only see 3 out of the 5. These bells do not represent the Taco Bells in San Antonio. They represent missions. Let me name them for you. San Antonio de Valero, better known as the Alamo. Concepcion, San Juan, San Jose, Espada. These 5 missions were built from the 1700s to the 1800s.
Oh my God.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Can you touch this?
What do you call a cow in Spanish? Very good. Vaca with a V. What do you call a cow handler in Spanish? Vaquero. Vaquero. You guys want to see a vaquero in action?
Yes.
Look right here in front of us. We have a vaquero, a horse, 3 longhorn cattle on the right side of the river.
Yeah.
You see these trees in front of us? If you're thinking these trees are 100 years old, you're not even close. These trees are 500-600 years old and more.
Oh my God.
Let's take a look at the vaquero on the right-hand side. Let me share some interesting facts with you. Hey guys, did you know that before the year 1690, you couldn't find a horse, a cow, or even a chicken in all of Texas? Have you ever heard this before? Never? Now I'm excited. Now I'm glad you're on the boat. Let me give you some more history, guys. Before the arrival of the Spanish to the Americas, you couldn't find in all of the Americas any farm animals because they're not from here. They were introduced by the Spanish in 1492, the Caribbean in Veracruz, Mexico. In 1512, Florida, and in 1690 into Texas. That's right. The Texas Longhorn is not from Texas at all. It's from Europe. Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay, I have another question. See if you can answer this one. Let's learn. There's no wrong answers. Give it a shot. Which is the only farm animal from the Americas mass-produced and eaten worldwide today?
Cow. I don't know. Farm animal. Turkey?
All right, so which is the only farm animal from the Americas eaten worldwide today from the Americas? Does anyone want to give it a shot? Huh? The pig, sweetie. That is from Asia. Nice
I
try.
know.
There's
Well,
no
what's
wrong
a farm
answer. We're all
animal?
going to learn. Do you want to try another one? Rabbits? No. Rabbits. Domestic rabbits are from Europe. Cows are from Europe. Goats and sheep are from the Middle East. And cattle. We don't mass produce it and eat it worldwide. Chicken are from Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, let me help you and give you some history. History tells us that the turkey is the only North American animal that's mass produced and eaten worldwide today. The whole world eats turkey today. You know why? Because us Americans
Turkey.
raised turkey to eat in sandwiches. And it's so convenient. Everybody eats sandwiches today. 9 out of 10 sandwiches are made out of turkey. It is the second most abundant bird in the world. Hey guys, you know how many people live in the planet today? 8 billion with the B for boy. That's right, 8 billion. Boy, that's blasphemous. Do you know why we call turkey turkey?
I don't know.
I'm glad you're on the phone. You see, now I'm excited. Let me tell you, I'm making America great again by helping everyone learn history. Now, let me give you some history. When the Spanish arrived here, they noticed that the natives had a pheasant bird. It had potential for domestication, but it was wild. The Spanish were interested in mass production. They said, Felipe, Pedro, Tomas, let's get some of these birds, take them back home. And then they take them home and take to a further place called Turquia. Have you ever heard of Turquia? Turquia is part of Mesopotamia, the cradle of civilization, where humans become modern humans. We start recording time, music, literature. We also start studying and understanding the stars. Wait a minute. The Spanish knew this, so they take the birds back to them and ask the Turks to modify the bird to a domestic one. 90% of all farm animals and fruits and vegetables are domesticated in Mesopotamia.
Oh.
So they made it
Yes,
into a
yes,
heavier
right.
bird, flightless, and easy to mass produce in a farm. They bring the bird back and tell the English, amigos, we've been calling this bird turcos. It was in Turquia, they made the modification. They said, we can't pronounce that, amigo. Well, what do you call that country? We call it Turkey. Well, why don't you call the bird turkey, something you can pronounce? That's why we call them turkeys today, everyone. The second most abundant bird in the world. The third most abundant bird in the world has a French name, but it's originally from Turkey. Pigeon. Pigeon. About 9,000 years ago, the Turks in Turkey started using them as cell phones. They taught the Spanish how to use cell phones via pigeon 2,000 years ago. They sailed across the Atlantic. Guess what? The Spanish were communicating back home. Pedro was still communicating with Maria back home. I hope you find this interesting. On the left-hand side, here we have the Tower Life Building. Tower Life Building, yes, it's an insurance company.
This
It was
one.
an insurance company that opened in 1929. The building cost $3.2 million. The owners go bankrupt. Unfortunately, they lose the building to the construction company. They couldn't afford it. The stock market crashed 3 months after the building is completed in June 1929. In October, the stock market goes belly up. If you want to take a picture of this Tower Life building, when we pass this bridge, look across the street to the back. This one here to the back. Tower Life building was the tallest in the South in 1929. with a real octagon shape, 16 gargoyles hanging out of the corner to ward off bad business and evil spirits. All right, right in front of us, everyone, we have a red sandstone building, green roof. That is the Bexar County Courthouse, often mistaken for a church. That's the last place you want to go in and start confessing. It's still a courthouse. It won't go good after that. I'm going to honk the horn at the count of 3.
On.
One.
Because there are boats coming on the other way.
Going into the deepest part of the river now. This section here is approximately 25,000 feet.
Nah.
No, I'm kidding.
Nah.
You didn't believe that, I hope.
Nah.
This is the deepest part of the river. In fact, you know what's one of the most asked questions I get out here? Does this river ever flood? Before 1997, sí, oui, yeah. It flooded many times. That's why I said it in many different numbers. In 97, they did away with the flooding problem. What did they do? What did San Antonio do with $133 million? If you look at my arm back here, my arm sits flat. San Antonio is not flat, it's on a slope. Let's imagine this. The river starts here, 2.5 miles north. Comes out, starts sloping down. The buildings are right here. We are right here, in the buildings. Well, 3 tunnels were drilled down, and one north to south, resurfacing 1.5 miles south. When it rains, the water only reaches this level. Anything higher than this goes into the tunnel and out by way of gravity.
Wow.
What's the most reliable force that we know? It's a universe. It's gravity. So San Antonio decided, what do we rely on? Mechanics? No, mechanics have to be all independent. So gravity is the most reliable. This depends on gravity to keep us safe from flooding. No matter how bad the storm, the water will never go into the hotels and restaurants. There's no way. Okay, here's another question I get all the time. This is the question that I get all the time out here. Ricardo, are you single? No, I'm kidding. I'm just getting your attention. This is the question that I get. Does San Antonio have a mosquito problem? The answer is no. Why? Chemicals? No. No. What we have here is something better. We have our allies. They're bats. We have 25 to 27 million bats coming in from the desert to Mexico throughout the summer. It's estimated that 3 million bats have to eat 1 ton of mosquitoes in order to survive. 27 million bats coming out here. By the time it's November, we have no more mosquitoes in and around the city.
The bats can eat mosquito. Are we going this way? Yeah.
Los murciélagos migran, tienen más de 40 años de estar migrando. Tienen a todo el centro, la parte central de Texas. Cada murciélago come 3-4 veces su peso en mosquitos. Now here to the left-hand side, everyone. When
It's very good to be bilingual.
ran into the sandy beaches in Cuba, this tree looked very much like it does here right now. It's over 600 years old. So this is my favorite tree along the river.
I cannot go up.
Careful on the left side, careful on the left side. I'm actually driving this boat, so I do come close to many things along the way. Caution with your hands open around the level one is safe.
I'm blocking?
Hey, we've heard of Six Flags Over Texas, right? Is this a theme park? It is. But what's the meaning behind Six Flags Over Texas? There's a greater meaning to that. 6 different entities have taken control of the territory of Texas. Número 1 being Spain. Número 2, France.
Spain,
and then
France.
It was Mexico.
Mexico.
And then it becomes a republic, a confederate. And then today, in 1845, it becomes part of the United States.
Oh my God.
Texas is the second biggest state in the Union, which is number 1. Which is the biggest state in the Union? You nailed it, sweetie. Wow, now she got it. Alaska.
Yeah.
Alaska is the biggest state, biggest property. Texas has 268,695 square miles. Let me tell you what's different between Alaska and Texas. Can you find an alligator in Alaska? Maybe in the forest. But you can't find an alligator in the territory of Alaska. Can you find a swamp in Alaska?
No.
No. Well, I get your point, but no swamp. You know, here in Texas, you find valleys, mountains, plains, forests, deserts, swamps. You find carne guisada. You also find cerveza, bean and cheese with bacon. Wait a minute, I'm getting hungry. Chicken a la friend, a la orange. No, that's just a la orange. Okay, now we are in an area known as the South Bank. This is where you're going to find restaurants. It's a place to relax and enjoy food, drinks. Hey, this is where Chris Pettis proposed to Selena Quintanilla in 1992. Jennifer Lopez reenacts the event in 1997, and this is where I proposed to Jennifer Lopez. Yes, ma'am. Huh? The bells are from St. Mary's Church, 1856.
What? That's cool.
Oh, I got married a while back in 1994. Not on that bridge, though. You guys want to see an optical illusion? This is the hospital we're going to look at. In just a minute, you won't be able to see the hospital, but only a flat paper thin wall. If you pass this bridge, look to the left. Look at the angle of the building and follow it up. It's going to look like a paper thin wall.
This is just a wall. This is just a wall.
Alright, take a look here to the left-hand side. Notice this Cypress Street coming up on the left. It's about 700 years old. You know what's amazing? This street, it'll be here 700 more years.
Yeah.
Cypress lived 15 to 2,000 years on average. But it's also a clear indication that we are on a natural river. Nobody was here 1,500 years ago to plant it. Now here on our left-hand side, we have the Hyatt Regency Hotel. On the opposite side is the
Yes. Oh yeah. All of them. They just turn the head away to take nap. Hey, they are waving hand for us.
Hello, hello, hello. On the left-hand side, we have CVS. That's right, CVS, the pharmacy.
But
It's
it's
important
a
that we
food
don't
pharmacy.
skip and compromise medication.
This pharmacy just like that.
You just fix it there. On the right-hand side, we have 5 and 9. It's a cookie store. It's also a souvenir shop.
Oh, that's the chocolate factory we wanted to go, right?
here. As you all can tell, they're setting up the tables, the chairs, and if you already know where you will be sitting, you want to go to your seat and sort of get a scope of the area, where the restroom, what restaurant is nearby, what the convenience store may be nearby you as well, and get familiar with your surroundings before it gets really crowded out here. So you want to start looking for your place where you're going to be sitting. Now here on the right we have Casa Rio. Casa Rio opened its doors in 1946. First restaurant to open its doors on Vancouver in 1946 right after World War II.
Casa Rio. That's Del Rio. What will happen to this?
You can find Johnny Cash here in 1959 playing with mariachis, singing the song "The Ring of Fire."
You're going to the Alamo Street. You're going to the Alamo
Written by
Street.
his girlfriend and his wife, and Austin playing it here at Casa Rio. We're now going into the man-made built for the world first.
Oh, guys, they're from Seattle. They're feeling like home because there's mist in the air. They will come to Seattle. And the next speaker.
Now, Texas. What a vast territory. Next time you think of Texas in general, you may want to consider thinking of Texas as an oil-producing state, the fifth largest producer of oil in the world. It's more like Iraq or Iran. Texas is the fifth largest producer of oil. The ninth strongest economy in the world is Texas. In territory, Texas is bigger than Western European countries. We're the first Jewish Reformed Hebrews. They used Okay, now take a look here to the right-hand side. You're going to see the Tower of America, 622 feet at the observation deck. It also has a restaurant that makes a complete circle every hour.
Oh, that's a revolving restaurant. Oh, this is where we came in the beginning.
It is the church
this
house. It's free to go up. It may cost you about $80 to go back down, depending on the ticket. The Seattle Space Needle is number 3. Number 2 is the Howard. 2018 number 1 is the Stratosphere. Right now we're going to take a left-hand turn. We're going into River Central Mall. River Central was completed in 1988, centrally located around the corner from the center. 10 Riviera Palace. We're not able to go there.
Are we getting down here? Are we getting down here?
All right now we're going into River Center. River Center has 3 levels to the building. You'll find IMAX theaters,
the River Center Mall.
Now, by any chance, would anyone know whether or not the United States wins the soccer team with England and those England? They're tied? Nobody made the score.
We are nearing the end of this trip.
All right, now, San Antonio, where does it get the name? San Antonio is actually a priest, a real person born in Lisbon, Portugal, in the 12th century. A young, devoted Christian. At the age of 36, he suddenly passed away in Padua, Italy. That's where he was quickly canonized. To give you the insight of where this city gets its name, San Antonio de Padua. Born in Italy, born in Portugal, Lisbon, Portugal, as a missionary. His name is Fernando, but when he was canonized by the Roman Catholic Church, he was given the name San Antonio de Padua. On June 13, 1691, this city was founded. San Antonio is among the earliest European municipalities in the United States. Would anyone know what is the first European municipality in the United States? I'll give you a hint. It's in Florida. St. Augustine is correct. The Spanish arriving in Florida in 1512, permanently settled in 1565 with a government system, and then Pensacola, 1569, San Antonio, 1691, New Orleans in 1718. Now, have you wondered why here in San Antonio you run into a lot of blue-eyed Spanish-speaking Germans, Irish, and Polish? Is because of the migration from the 13 colonies. About 300,000 families moved here. It was Mexico at the time. Many of the German, Irish, and Polish become Mexican citizens. More than 90% of them become Mexican citizens, take Spanish as a second language, and also become Catholic, which was easy to do at this particular moment. So today you run into a blue-eyed Spanish-speaking German, Irish, or Polish and ask them, hey, your nationality? Yo soy Mexicano. They might answer. Because of their grandparents being Mexican citizens. That's where we get the twist, the Tex-Mex. This is, if you want a better idea of why we call Texas music Tejano, with an accordion being a Polish instrument and mariachi instrument that's from Mexico and from Spain, is a mixture of these cultures. When you order a Mexican plate, it usually comes with rice, which is not from the Americas, it's from Asia. And you order flour tortillas. Well, here in the Americas, flour did not exist. It's not a Mexican staple. Wheat is from Europe. That was the infusion. That's what we call it. Tex-Mex served 18 terms, 36 years in the U.S. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank every one of you for coming out here today and getting on Torrio Cruises. I hope everyone has enjoyed this ride. I hope you are all coming out, at least for one of the information out here, at least out of everything that I've said, something has caught your attention and you're saying, I did not know that. And you're walking out saying, if I've accomplished that, then I'm making America again. I'm giving us an opportunity to make a better future for ourselves. Remember, we are all in the same boat, everyone. It's called planet Earth.
We are all in the same room.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. That means a lot. That's a big compliment.
We're all
I
still in the
accept it.
same room.
Thank you. We're gonna be coming out of the man-made extension. We're gonna take a left-hand turn. We're gonna stop the boat on the right-hand side. Please allow me a moment to tie the boat down safely. Thank you. Allow me a moment to tie the boat down safely. According to our company, Go Rio Cruises does allow drivers to receive bread towards you. It is a source of income, highly appreciated. It's how I make a living out here, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ricardo. This is Felipe. This is Cash App. If you'd rather use this method, I'm going to put this right here. Muchas gracias. I'll be the same. Enjoy your stay in San Antonio and have a prosperous New Year.
That's it, guys. We really enjoyed the tour. Take me. Come this side. You want to say something? Yeah, I'm the one who took the head. I have a cold, I cannot talk louder. It's more than 30 minutes.